And so, like I promised, Beastier is coming up. So, come over here. File. Enemy. First off, Marionette. They are low-class evil spirits that borrow the bodies of puppets in order to exist in a physical state. Sometimes they use guns to attack. Before they fire their guns, they have a habit of twirling their wrists to make spinning sounds. The daggers they throw travel in a straight line. If you see an enemy preparing to attack, you should be able to avoid being hit. They will also throw crescent-shaped blades that curve around obstacles to attack you. Keep a sharp eye and watch their movements. Since they exist as a physical entity, they can be destroyed by physical means. Use guns, swords, and other ways to destroy them into oblivion. Bloody Mary. They are low-class evil spirits, that's the exact same thing. Sin Scissors. They're one of the low-class evil spirits that can only exist by taking the shape of physical objects. These evil spirits have chosen deadly scissors as their shape. These evil spirits are dependent on the masks they wear. They cannot exist without them. When they are coming down with their scissors, there is a short movement in time when they are off guard. If you attack at the right moment, you'll be able to damage them critically. Sensei. Alright, so these evil spirits have size instead of scissors. Like the Sin Scissors, they cannot exist without them. The large spinning attacks with the scythe is an expression of the Sin's hatred and anger. You have to be quick on your feet to evade the returning side of the boomerang scythe attacks. Guns are very effective against these evil spirits since they are only fought with ancient knights who only use swords. Use your guns to blast them out of the air. The part that looks like a cow's bone is their main body. Their evil is much stronger and tougher when compared to the Sins. They use many stabs made from the bones of animals and humans to create an evil barrier. This barrier is impenetrable. You must defeat the enemy within it. Their screw attacks are accurate and very destructive. Dodge to escape these attacks. It is unwise to fight these evil spirits from the surface. Become a devil hunter and take the fight into the air. Their capes are nothing more than illusions created by the evil spirits. All physical attacks are useless. When they concentrate the evil in their head turns red and all your attacks become ineffective. When you are caught in this situation, do your best to dodge their attacks. These are the evilest, the strongest, and the highest ranking of all the Sins. Their deadly body attacks from above must be avoided. If you are hit, critical damage will be inevitable. The tornadoes that appear are the spirits in the atmosphere that were forced to comply with evil ways. The tornadoes will suck their prey into the air, taking away their freedom to move. How you utilize these tornadoes to your advantage will test your quality as a devil hunter. You should use the power of the tornadoes to your advantage. You should be able to jump to where you want to go. Their caves are nothing more than illusions created by evil spirits. I had that same thing I said. Beelzebub. These evil spirits this evil spirit inhibits the body of a fly. Their hideousness is not too difficult to imagine from its appearance and movements. What appears to be maggots that the blue Beelzebub vomits are not real maggots. They are a form of evil power that, when in contact with it, will prevent your gun from firing until they are all off. In this case, you should switch your weapon to a sword. The large green Beelzebubs serve like an evil power bank for the blue airborne Beelzebubs. They seem to be stronger since they have larger physical mass. The green Beelzebubs eat the dead, absorb their evil powers, become even stronger. After absorbing, they gain more agility and thus more dangerous. When it is hit and on its back, this is where it's most vulnerable. Blast it with an aerial attack. Also, watch out for the poison that spurts out. Phantom. This is one of the servants of the Dark Emperor. Inside its exoskeleton body, there is a hot molten lava. Not only is the shell hard, it also protects it from magical attacks as well. It uses power to release magical powers. This opening is the only vulnerable part of the monster. The tail coiled on its back is a deadly weapon that will thrust its stinger with amazing speed. You should keep your distance to avoid being stabbed. It can summon the dead by sticking its head into the ground. The dead will awaken in the shape of fire pillars. The fire The fire pillar strikes from places where the ground lights up. Run and jump to avoid this attack. It can charge its evil powers and unleash its fires of evil through its mouth. Rolling seems to work well in avoiding this attack. When its anger is at its peak, it shoots fireballs from its back like a volcanic eruption. Concentrate and dodge its attack. Cyclops? Although they appear to be similar to the Phantom, they are still one of the low-class evil spirits. However, since they take on earth and rocks as host elements, they have substantial durability. Contrary to their appearance, they have superb leaping abilities. By eating dirt, they form rocks in their mouths. They shoot these rocks out of their mouths. They shoot out of their mouth. Whatever. They try to avoid standing in front of them whenever possible. Although their armor is made from rock, it doesn't compare to the armor of the Phantom. Use your Devil Hunter powers to bash the monster along with their armors. Nello Angelo. The knight in dark armor is well versed in the same art of combat as Dante's. Everything about this knight remains as a mystery. Light emission is always present before releasing his energy that's generated by converging the surrounding energy. Be ready for it when you see the light. His strength to wield a sword of that length is extraordinary. Keeping distance and waiting for an opening is a wise strategy when he starts to swing his sword viciously. If you time your sword swing with his, you'll be able to block his attack, creating an opening for attack. He uses a special displacement method to instantaneously move from one place to another. Determining where he'll be next is a difficult thing to do. Keep calm and focus your attention on where he'll appear. His powerful attack that is executed after he takes his upper guard stance is almost impossible to stop. It is unwise to go head to head with them. Use your speed and agility to dodge this attack. The pen that Nello Angelo wore is the same as Dante's. It brings back faint memories of his youth. Blade. They are soldiers created by the Dark Emperor to take control of the surface. They use a kind of reptile as host bodies, thus having much lizard-like characteristics. The round shield on their forearm is coated with evil powers and deflects most attacks. Their defense is good for the attacks that come above, but not as good as attacks that come from the bottom. The mask they wear protects them well against bullets. Either you destroy that mask quickly, or maybe wiser go around the enemy to attack it from other angles. They pressurize their blood and concentrate in their claws and shoot out like missiles. When you see them take the stance to fire, do your best to dodge them. Relying on their superb agility, they are capable of moving freely underwater. Almost they are aquatic organisms. Possessors of super agility, the blades can resume their body positions even when they are struck up into the air. Trying to beat them with monotonous attacks will be a difficult task. Even the blades equipped with their masks, claws, and agilities will not stand a chance when they are put off balance. Attack from behind, take down face first, then attack from the air to finish them for good. The armors they wear protect them from most attacks, but underneath the armors lie their weak points. They have armors that protect most of their backs. It is safe to say that attacking places not covered by armors can do a lot of damage. Griffin. This is another servant of the Dark Emperor. It is a giant bird-like monster. It uses wind and lightning as its weapons. His electricity attacks can be dodged by jumping. Watch out for this attack when the Griffin flaps its wings and tries to keep its distance. The electrocute band-like attack is very accurate. Use the accuracy attack to your advantage to dodge. Use techniques like aerial attacks and hovering still in the air may help. He will shoot electricity that charges towards you like a curtain. At first it looks like there's no way to dodge them. Keep your cool as a devil hunter and you'll find a gap between the electricity. Just because the Griffin is far away doesn't mean you're safe from his attack. He'll charge away with his quick beam, damage you with an intense beak snap. Similar to an air ray, he will drop many energy balls as he glides through the air. Try to anticipate where they will fall and avoid being hit. The Griffin's body attack is backed by its ability to control wind power, and it is very dangerous. When he flies high into the air and out of sight, watch out. The Griffin will release red energy wings that can attack you from anywhere, ignoring the objects in its way. Use the shape of the ground to your advantage to dodge it. Magical circles absorbed by the evil spirits from the lightning to release a powerful electrocution attack. When this attack is released, a wise countermeasure to concentrate on dodging is to concentrate on dodging. Whatever. Sargasso. They hide between the edges of the sea and the underworld. They wait on stray wanderers to feast on them. Spirits of the victims are destined to wander the endless sea of the underworld. They will move quickly and feast on the life form that they sense nearby. They will show their true self only when they attack. Nobody. Their level of intelligence is low, hence their kind wasn't given a name. But the skill to survive is a force to be reckoned with. After all, they have survived this extreme world of survival of the fittest. The strange dance they do somehow skews the dimension and takes away your magical powers, devil ages. There is no real way to prevent this. When you encounter these evil spirits, you must not rely on your magical powers. When you destroy the mysterious mask they wear, it will increase their body size along with their strength. You as a devil hunter will decide which size of nobles you should eliminate first. Their ultra-high metabolism causes them to decompose products of their body that appear like eyeballs. These eyeballs will explode, spurting toxins that encases. Be careful of their giant arm that grows from their back. If you are not careful, they will grab you with the giant arm and hurt you badly. Lynching time. Their jump kick attack is so fierce. If you are hit, you will fly back quite a distance. Especially be careful when they charge and dodge your attack. Do your best to avoid being hit with this jump kick. When they die, they explode into pieces. Since nobody's body is a living toxin, stay away from them, even when they are dying. If you don't keep your distance, toxic flesh will hit and damage you. Nightmare. It's a big bioweapon created by the Dark Emperor. Its properties consist of inorganic substances like a machine. It obeys the commands of the Dark Emperor. Whether it has a conscience is unknown. The embossed circles on the floor are restraining tools used to restrain the nightmare from overriding. Once the nightmare is restrained, it will encase itself in a hard armor, but it will show its core from time to time almost as if it's breathing. Damage the nightmare. It will have to be in this form. When you are surrounded in its gel-like form, you will be teleported to the evil dimension. You must destroy the evil spirits that rule this dimension. The evil is a reflection of Dante's trauma that rests in his subconscious. The round attachments on its body act like a machine gun and fires small energy forces. The damage of each hit is small, but when hit repetitively can do substantial damage. It can detach part of its body and project it in the air like a boomerang. Bane Blade only travels in a routine trajectory, so watch carefully to its movement and find an opening to attack. Avoid getting close to its sides whenever possible. Its defensive reflexes will activate, and a spear-like object will thrust out to eliminate whatever is in his way. If you time your attack with sufficient impact, you'll be able to create a chance for your offense. The white light that's released from the core travels along the ground, then pans sideways. Dodging to the side could be a dangerous move. The black gel-like things that releases will wreath themselves to the prey and freeze them. Real left stick to shake them off. The homing projectiles can be shot back with your guns. Once the missiles lose their target, they will return to Nightmare's core and damaging it. Nightmare releases most of its lethal attacks from the hatches on the ends. The intense coldness is the gathered cries of the dead and a freeze-even magma. When the hatches start to open, do your best to avoid being hit. Nightmare possesses several cores. Each time a core is destroyed, its self-defense mechanism activates and attack formation will change. Watch closely for the attack formation changes. The core has the power to absorb magical powers and does not include Dante's powers. If it starts to absorb, damage the core to stop the absorption. When it absorbs enough magical power, it'll activate its own devil trigger to start attacking with tremendous force. I'm the end here, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll finish the beast later. Bye.